question tonight, is it a case of false advertising?
Tonight, a targeted investigation into some ads in a Montcalm County phone book. Investigator Henry Irv joins us now, right here in the studio with more.
Well, Thomas Susie, it's advertised as an animal shelter and an animal control agency, but our targeted investigation finds that this firm is not in the business of reuniting people with their lost pets or finding homes for strays. It sells them for research. This was the Yellow Page ad under Animal Shelter in last year's Montcalm Phone Guide. It lists a number for R&R Research in Howard City. This year's book lists the same number under Animal Control and offers assistance with lost and stray animals.
Well, we're concerned that it is misleading.
And it may be illegal. R&R is not registered as an animal shelter or an animal control facility. It is licensed as an animal dealer, selling dogs, cats, and goats to research laboratories from this farm near Howard City. R&R gets the animals from 2 taxpayer-run shelters in Montcalm and Gratiot counties. R&R's owner, James Woudenberg, gets his pick of unclaimed dogs and cats. In exchange, Woudenberg kills other unclaimed animals for those counties by gassing them in a barrel. He's also under contract with the counties to remove the dead animals. Montcalm County Citizens for Animal Welfare is concerned that the allegedly misleading ads could be another source of animals for the company.
You saw either one of these ads in the Yellow Pages if you were looking for someone to come get your dog or someone to pick up a stray dog. He might be the first person you turn to.
The Michigan Attorney General is concerned, too. He calls it inaccurate and deceptive advertising. He ordered R&R to stop, but Woudenberg refused. In a return letter, Woudenberg tells the Attorney General R&R will neither cease or desist. Woudenberg insists that animal control, animal shelter, most accurately relates to our activity. He says he placed the ads to help people looking for lost pets. But he'd have a hard time convincing this man. Matt Button lives a few miles from R&R and went there looking for his lost German Shepherd Wilson.
His helper was very friendly, let me go in.
But when Button went back 2 days later, he encountered Woudenberg, who told Button he couldn't return for a week. Button says he tried to argue that he had a right to look for his lost dog and that Woudenberg got angry.
You know, he's pointing his finger in my face, telling me, you were not allowed on my property, you were not allowed in the premises ever again. He also said, by the way, I do have a German Shepherd in the van that I'm not going to show you.
Woudenberg wouldn't talk to us on camera, but says that Button pulled an attitude and that by law he's only required to let inspectors and law enforcement people into his kennels. And it took a police investigation to get Sam, the lost retriever, back from R&R and home with Kim Snyder.
As far as helping, from my experience, he was more of a hindrance than a help in locating my animal.
R&R got Sam through its contract with the Ionia County Animal Shelter. But Ionia County's animal control officer, Dave Seidelman, says R&R told him the dog had died and so lied to Snyder, saying he'd shot and killed Sam. When a sheriff's detective started asking questions, R&R's Woudenberg repeatedly denied having Sam, then called animal control officer Seidelman and suggested destroying the dog, according to this police report. Seidelman decided to drop the ruse and got the dog back from R&R. The county fired Seidelman and ended its contract with R&R.
Listing himself as an animal shelter is unthinkable to me.
R&R didn't want this story told. The company insisted that the Attorney General keep its defiant reply from the public, but the Attorney General followed the Freedom of Information Act and released it. Right after Target 8 started asking questions, R&R's Woudenberg and an Assistant Attorney General talked, and Woudenberg has changed his position. He's now willing to have R&R listed under animals next year, but says if he can't get that listing, he'll butt heads with the Attorney General again. Until the new books come out, the company remains listed under animal control in the Montcalm Phone Guide.
So under R&R Research.
Under animal
if
control.
You're looking for humane treatment for an animal, it's not a good idea to call R&R.
If you want to reunite a pet with its owner, probably not.
And research is a big giveaway word, so look out for that, too.
Thank you, Henry.